Staff, jointly hosted by Practice Doc and Beautiful Forever. I am Renee Seltzer, Director of Marketing for Practice Doc, and in a moment I'll introduce our guest speaker today, Cheryl Whitman. Before we get started, let's cover some housekeeping items. If you have any questions after you watch the event, please feel free to either contact myself at solutions@practicedoc.com or Cheryl at beautifulforever.com. We'll be happy to answer all of your questions at any point. So let's begin. And also, as a thank you for attending and watching our in-demand event, you can receive access to our complimentary white paper, Top Strategies for Better Staff Relations. It should be attached with the in-demand webinar, so go ahead and click on the PDF. Our goal for this event is for you to take the lessons and tips and start applying them right away. All right, let's begin. Practice Doc, co-hosting the event, offers a suite of online marketing solutions to help you drive. Oh, let me do this again. Sorry, I didn't realize I had an agenda in front of me. I was just reading notes. Sorry about that. Which includes Introduction to Beautiful Forever, How to Assess Your Staff, Benefits of Patient Loyalty, Staff Strategies, Training Techniques to Re-energize Your Staff, and then we have a few webinar specials and ample time for Q&A. Practice Doc is a suite of online marketing solutions to help you transform your business and generate patient leads to your practice. On top of helping you drive prospective patients to your door, we also help you convert leads into patients. By using our incredibly easy online tools, we're here to help you fill your appointment books all year round. Our tools include call tracking, which I'll be covering a little bit later, lead generation through Locate-A-Doc, website management and hosting, pay-per-click management, plus patient education and website content. Practice Doc offers a robust suite of services and products to help you drive patients and revenue. Now I'm going to introduce our speaker, Cheryl Whitman, who's the founder and CEO of Beautiful Forever, a consulting firm specializing in business, marketing, age management, and wellness. She's also the developer of highly successful business manual, Aesthetic Medical System. She's an industry leader establishing new profit centers and growing business for physicians and entrepreneurs. And she has over 30 years of experience in the aesthetic medical profession. So we're very honored to have her present with us today. Cheryl?
Hi, and thank you. Hello, and we're here to talk about practice building tips, and Renee did a great job at the intro. We'd like to guide everybody on the phone today as to best practices, growth, and development. Are you ready? Do you have your notepads? Because we have a lot of good information ahead for today's PowerPoint and webinar. Most of the challenges you're facing today in the workplace, by going into many offices nationwide, we see the same challenges, and a lot of it has to do with the staffing of your office. So don't think you're the only one who has this issue, because you're not. CAPA actually did some surveys, and their respondents rated in-office staff phone skills, consultation skills, selling skills, technical skills, and most of them were just fair or at the 50% mark. So the challenges you face in the workplace today, the hiring of the staff, the retaining of the staff, at best, 50% of the offices and practices have the same issues that you're dealing with today. The number one challenge, of course, is attracting new patients. The marketing and public relations we're not going to cover today, but I am happy to talk to you about that at another time. You could just email me at cheryl@beautifulforever.com. So, yes, your staff can make or break your fee-for-service business or practice, and you have spent lots of money and time getting to where you are in your practice at this moment. So now it is time to take out the magnifying glass and really look at the issues and see what is going on day to day in your operations. You need to walk through the front door, not through the back door. You need to see what's going on throughout your whole office or Medi-Spa. It's all about your staff and your patients. You need to know that. By the time they get into working with you or any of your professionals, might be too late, might have already lost them. When they leave, as we'll talk about, the hello and the goodbye process is really important. So taking that magnifying glass out, looking at your team, seeing who's actually representing you. And so take a good look at that. My team of executive consultants observe that a lot of doctors talk about the Ritz-Carlton or the Nordstrom experience, but very few deliver it. So, we have some white papers and case studies. If you would like, you can contact us, and we'll be glad to get you that information to keep you up to date on what's going on in the industry. But often the frontline employees are viewed as the witch person at the front who's the first one to contact your patients. So we'll be answering some of those questions later on. But the people skills are what you're really going to look for. They're the most important, more important than the technical skills when you're considering hiring staff. Their commitment to customer service far outweighs the technical skills. Now, obviously, if I wanted a surgeon, I would look for technical skills, and I'd look for different things. But the front office staff and someone conducting maybe some non-invasive Medi-Spa services, they need to have really good customer skills and be, very well trained by you or the physician or medical director. But the staff must be held accountable for production goals, and I often see that that is not happening, as we'll talk about, staff meetings and how important they are. It's not just about incentives, but it's about accountability. Everybody has to be held accountable. So you need to empower your staff, and you are the leader. The staff doesn't leave because of money. Remember that. If you listen more today, you will learn why the staff would consider leaving or why there's a lot of turnover. It's not about giving your patients what they want. It's about giving them more than what they want. And think about it. Do you really know what they want? So when you're assessing your staff, there are many, many things to determine if you have the right staff members. 83% of businesses think that they deliver excellent customer service, but really only 9% of the customers agree. So where does your business lie? Believe it or not, the success of your practice doesn't rest in your hands, but in the office staff. What to look for in your staff. Next. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Okay, you can start. Can you see the slides?
No, I only see the assessing your staff slide.
Do you think your computer maybe is frozen?
Let me go. No, but why would it have gone back to the first one? No, I'm able to move them.
Okay.
Right, so I'll just click on myself. That's all.
Okay, no problem.
Right?
Go ahead.
Okay, what to look for in your staff? You're going to look for image, somebody who is efficient and effective, somebody who is courteous, respectful, somebody who's cautious of being safe with your patients, and accountability. If somebody is enthusiastic and they're able to be taught some of these skills, then that's great. But remember, it's their customer service skills and their people skills that are more important right now than that technical skills when you're hiring or reassessing your staff. So their commitment to customer service outweighs some other technical skills. Now, obviously, we'd want excellent technical skills for somebody in the front office if they're working on your computer system, and they must know how to, you know what, I think we need to fix that up. Effective, courteous, respectful, safety, and accountability. Create a culture of excellence. Somebody who's enthusiastic and wants to perform and has good customer service skills is the you want at your front desk. Somebody who has some retail business background is very good. It might be somebody who was in the industry before. So you might want to interview some sale-oriented, good closers. Those are the people that would be good patient coordinators and have good service with your staff. Now we're talking about the staff assessment tools. The call tracking and recording products that Renee spoke about from PracticeDoc are available to your office, and it's great. You can record calls and listen. Again, you need to make it to do those things as far as also looking at all of your reports. Your patient satisfaction survey is something that you should consider. We create clients, and monthly would be the best thing to really have your patients surveyed. We create focus groups if that's that you want to do, and you can do it over dinner or breakfast, and we do different groups, some for men, some for young moms, and some for women who are retired. And so we select different groups, and we do the focus group, see what it is that they like about coming in or what they would like to see that you're not offering now. And I think that that's important that you keep up with your satisfaction of your patients. Mystery calls and mystery shopping is a big part of what we do, and you wouldn't believe the things that we find when we call and what services the front desk does not even know about. So at Beautiful Forever, we do have programs that help run the practice to reach that success and the staff training they need. Your patient satisfaction survey should look pretty much, like this, with some sort of rating system from 1 to 5. Patient satisfaction survey, ease of getting care. You didn't change the slide.
I did, Cheryl, so just keep going. I'm changing the slide.
All right, so then I'm going to forget about the slides and just keep talking because it's not showing up on mine.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just didn't want to. Screw it up, so you'd have to do it again.
No problem. We're good. So just
all right, so I'm just going to go back to. I'm just going to start back with the patient satisfaction.
Please, yes.
Okay. Your patient satisfaction survey, one great tool that you can use in rating how your patient's satisfaction score is ranging. So you can range it from 1 to 5. How staff is performing. So here's some of the questions that you might want to put on a survey. Ease of getting care, the waiting time, how people are finding your staff, are the financing options being offered up front, how are they finding your facility and the privacy, and the likelihood that they would refer friends or relatives to you. Keep the questions short, keep them to the point, and the best thing is to actually have the surveys done in the office. Do not mail them out. Do not hand them out to be mailed back. We find that that does not work. Works best is to do it through the Internet with some sort of offer for the next time they come in, or coupon or special, and you will get the best results from them, and surveys are very valuable. So, you might want to ask even your staff how they rate each other. That's the survey that you can create, as well as a forum and a meeting over dinner and have a talk. Now we're going to talk about the workflow. This is about, the patient experience from the time they arrive to the time they depart. That's, the hello person, the goodbye person, if you want to get back to basics. But really, those basics are very important. Is that same hello or goodbye person answering the phone and asking those patients who are on the phone to hold on while somebody's standing in front of the desk? You need to rethink that. I really am an advocate for a phone room. Most of you are not large enough for a phone center, but a phone room or a specified number, telephone number, would be great. Maybe one for your cosmetic division if you are a regular practice that just has a small cosmetic division. But tracking a patient flow from start to finish is very important, and the experience. So that's when mystery shoppers would come in and feel and see that experience to see if it is something, in fact, that they would recommend a friend or a relative to coming in to visit you. And the personal performance metrics, when we're talking about your staffing, well, quality D level is not acceptable. Lately in the New York Times there have been lots of articles on how we're rating our children in school, how we're rating our employees. But you know what? If somebody's a D or an F, that's unacceptable, and you really need to rethink when you do your weekly review with your managers or your quarterly review with the staff members if they're worth saving and keeping. Because you don't want to be training somebody forever. It's better to have somebody who comes in, who's in your staff, who understands the environment and understands good quality care. Create your own ways to review your staff and think of what you're comfortable with and stick with that. And make the staff aware that you're going to review them and what you're expecting. And we'll get into the communication, but that's very important, the way you're communicating with your staff and they know what to expect. Remember, great managers Keep this in mind, deliver measurable results, and they do it by getting the right things done and motivating the staff, and usually attract other people to come in to work that are performance-based like themselves. So keep that in mind when you're hiring a manager, and job descriptions are something that you need to edit and personalize, and sometimes more than one job is going to be for each person in a small office. They need to wear multiple hats, and that's okay. But remember about bosses, if you are one. Not all great bosses are born. Some must be taught, and that's okay. You know, if their basics are there, then you need to put the time and effort into learning. When we talk about patient loyalty, American Express actually came out with a customer satisfaction survey. And when they surveyed their top